Hey, what's going on? Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Jamal Adams and his potential holdout. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention that you can follow me on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. You could also get at me on the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, download it, and subscribe to Just Jets. Call in, leave me a message, I'll answer it. New episodes every Monday. According to Adam Schefter, Jamal Adams will not be participating in the virtual voluntary offseason. This doesn't come as a huge surprise because Jamal Adams is looking for a new contract, and while this is voluntary, this seems to be something that could be foreshadowing what we see in training camp. According to Schefter, the New York Jets have not expressed any interest in offering Jamal a contract extension and making him the highest paid safety in the league. Arguably, Jamal is the best safety in the league. I would put him in the top three for sure. I would lean towards top one, a little bit biased here, but Jamal is definitely someone who is a premier safety because he's an all-pro. I mean, how many all-pros are there really, or have there been on the New York Jets in the last few years? Not a whole lot, so Jamal Adams clearly a great football player. To me, I think a fair value contract is about 5 years at $17 million a pop, which is $85 million overall. I wouldn't go much higher than that for a safety. I understand Jamal does more than just your average safety. He can play up in the box. He could do just about anything, cover, stop the run, get after the quarterback. He's a very versatile piece, but anything more than $17 million. Anything more than $17 million a year is getting a little crazy. Schefter seems to hint that the New York Jets could be looking to trade him at the draft, and while I don't necessarily believe that's what's going to happen, I guess what I wanted to do was talk about what his value could be. I think, or I would not move Jamal Adams unless you were getting all three picks within the first 3 rounds of the draft. So I would say something like a 2020 first, a 2020 third, and next year, 2021 second round pick from a team like the Dallas Cowboys, because Dallas has expressed interest numerous times in Jamal Adams, and he's from the Texas area, so that would make a lot of sense. How they would pay him, I'm not exactly sure, but if they were to acquire him, I think a first and a third this year and a second round pick next year is pretty fair compensation. I would heavily consider doing that. That could really help expedite this rebuild process the New York Jets are in. I'm not actively looking to shop Jamal Adams, but if someone comes with an offer that blows you away, if I'm Joe Douglas, I think long and hard about that. An extra first this year, so 2 picks in the first round. You already have your own pick in the second round, and then you'd have 3 third-round picks in this year. You could move around the draft board and potentially deepen this roster, which is something the New York Jets desperately need to do. Again, people might be looking into this a little bit too much. I just wanted to go over all the different options the New York Jets have, all the different scenarios, if they wanted to move him, what it would cost, and different things like that. But let me know what you think about this whole Jamal Adams situation. It's a little unsettling that this is coming out right before the draft, but there's nothing else to talk about, so I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments or on social media what you think of all this. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll talk to you next time.